Welcome to War Bios, the podcast that delves into the most pivotal conflicts in history, where strategy meets courage and human drama unfolds on the battlefield. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're embarking on a journey to explore one of the most decisive battles of the Napoleonic Wars, the Battle of Salamanca. This engagement, fought on July 20, 1812, would prove to be a turning point in the Peninsular War, showcasing the tactical genius of Marshal Auguste Marmont and the strategic acumen of the Duke of Wellington. As we venture into the earliest history of the Battle of Salamanca, it's essential to understand the complex web of events that led to this clash. The Peninsular War, which began in 1807, was a brutal and multifaceted conflict involving Spanish guerrilla fighters, British forces, and Napoleon's armies. In the spring of 1812, Marshal Marmont's army of Portugal, consisting of over 40,000 troops, had been tasked with driving Wellington's Anglo-Portuguese army out of Spain. The landscape itself played a crucial role in shaping the battle to come. The rolling hills, wooded valleys, and sun-baked plains around Salamanca offered a complex terrain that would test the tactical skills of both commanders. The Tormes River, which flowed gently through the city, presented a significant obstacle, while the surrounding countryside was dotted with villages, farms, and olive groves, all potential strongpoints or hiding places for troops. In June 1812, Marmont's army began to concentrate near Salamanca with the aim of drawing Wellington into a decisive battle. Meanwhile, Wellington's Anglo-Portuguese army, numbering around 50,000 soldiers, was positioned to the west and north of Salamanca, preparing to defend the city and its surroundings. The stage was set for a clash between two of Napoleon's most skilled generals, Marmont, known for his tactical genius, and Wellington, renowned for his strategic acumen. As we explore the earliest history of the Battle of Salamanca, it becomes clear that this conflict was not just a product of chance or circumstance, but rather the culmination of months of maneuvering, planning, and preparation. The decisions made by Wellington and Marmont in the spring and early summer of 1812 would ultimately determine the course of the battle and the fate of the Peninsular War. The city of Salamanca, with its rich history and cultural significance, was a prize target for both armies. Founded by the Romans in the 1st century BC, Salamanca had evolved into a thriving commercial center, known for its stunning architecture, vibrant markets, and prestigious University of Salamanca. The city's strategic location, situated near the border with Portugal, made it a crucial hub for trade and communication. As the armies of Marmont and Wellington converged on Salamanca, the local population was caught in the midst of the conflict. Spanish guerrilla fighters, who had been waging a relentless campaign against Napoleon's forces, played a significant role in shaping the battle to come. Their intimate knowledge of the terrain and their ability to disrupt French supply lines would prove invaluable to Wellington's army. In the weeks leading up to the battle, both armies engaged in a series of skirmishes and reconnaissance missions, each seeking to gain an advantage over the other. The French army, with its superior cavalry, probed the British lines, searching for weaknesses to exploit. Meanwhile, Wellington's army, with its strong infantry, prepared to defend the city and its surroundings against the expected French onslaught. In the days leading up to the battle, both commanders engaged in a clever game of cat and mouse, utilizing intelligence gathering and troop movements to outmaneuver their opponents. Marmont's army, with its superior cavalry, probed the British lines, searching for weaknesses to exploit. Meanwhile, Wellington's army, with its strong infantry, prepared to defend the city and its surroundings against the expected French onslaught. One of the key factors that contributed to Wellington's success was his clever use of intelligence gathering. He had established a network of spies and scouts who provided him with vital information about Marmont's troop movements and dispositions. This allowed Wellington to make informed decisions about where to deploy his troops and how to respond to Marmont's maneuvers. On the other hand, Marmont was known for his tactical genius, and he had a reputation for being able to adapt quickly to changing circumstances on the battlefield. However, in this case, he was faced with a formidable opponent who was determined to defend the city of Salamanca at all costs. As the two armies clashed on July 22, 1812, the battle began with a series of skirmishes and artillery exchanges. The French army, with its superior cavalry, launched a series of charges against the British lines, but they were repeatedly repelled by Wellington's infantry. Meanwhile, the British artillery pounded the French positions, causing significant casualties and disrupting their command structure. One of the most crucial moments in the battle came when Marmont launched a massive assault on the British center, hoping to break through and gain a decisive advantage. However, Wellington had anticipated this move and had prepared a clever trap for the French. He had positioned his troops in a series of defensive lines, each one designed to funnel the French into killing zones where they could be cut down by British artillery and infantry. As the French advanced, they were met with a withering hail of fire from the British lines. The French cavalry, which had been expected to play a key role in the battle, was unable to make any headway against the British infantry, and they suffered heavy casualties as a result. Meanwhile, the British artillery continued to pound the French positions, causing chaos and destruction throughout their ranks. In the end, it was Wellington's clever use of intelligence gathering, combined with his tactical genius and the bravery of his troops, that won the day. The French army was defeated, and Marmont was forced to retreat from the battlefield. The Battle of Salamanca was a significant victory for the British, and it marked a major turning point in the Peninsular War. As we reflect on the events of July 22, 1812, it's clear that the Battle of Salamanca was a testament to the skill and bravery of the soldiers who fought on both sides. It was a battle that showcased the best of military tactics and strategy, and it had far-reaching consequences for the course of European history. The Battle of Salamanca marked a major turning point in the Peninsular War, as it halted the French advance and paved the way for the Allied forces to push them back. The victory boosted morale among the British and Spanish troops, and it demonstrated that Napoleon's armies were not invincible. In the months following the battle, Wellington's army continued to gain momentum, capturing key cities such as Madrid and Burgos. One of the most significant consequences of the Battle of Salamanca was the evacuation of Madrid by the French. On August 12, 1812, the French garrison withdrew from the city, marking a major victory for the Allies. The Spanish population, which had been suffering under French occupation, welcomed the British and Spanish troops as liberators. The defeat at Salamanca also had far-reaching consequences for Napoleon's strategy in Spain. He was forced to divert more troops to the region, weakening his position in other parts of Europe. This ultimately contributed to his downfall, as he faced increased pressure from the Russians, Germans, and Austrians on multiple fronts. In the years following the Battle of Salamanca, Wellington's army continued to push the French back, eventually driving them out of Spain altogether. The battle was a testament to the skill and bravery of the soldiers who fought on both sides, and it marked a significant milestone in the history of warfare. As we reflect on the legacy of the Battle of Salamanca, it's clear that it had a profound impact on military strategy and tactics. The use of intelligence gathering, combined with clever troop movements and defensive positions, proved to be a winning formula for Wellington's army. The battle also highlighted the importance of adaptability and flexibility on the battlefield, as both commanders were forced to respond to changing circumstances. Today, the Battle of Salamanca is remembered as one of the greatest victories in British military history, and it continues to be studied by military historians and strategists around the world. As the great historian Charles Oman once said, the Battle of Salamanca was a victory of the first order, and it marked the beginning of the end of Napoleon's power in Spain. These words echo through history, serving as a reminder of the significance of this battle and its enduring legacy. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.